What's up, Kavari crew? Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we are in a different location. We are in my new beautiful aesthetic kitchen, and I am going to be doing a what I eat in a day. I'm so excited for this video because I've never done a full-on what I eat in a day. I do show you guys what I eat in my vlogs, but I've never just done a video like fully dedicated to food, showing you guys some of my favorite recipes and stuff like that. So I'm gonna be showing you guys breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And just a little disclaimer, I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a crazy like workout chick. I just eat to make me happy, and I just eat to make myself feel healthy. I don't restrict myself. I do try to avoid certain things, and you can definitely see that in my what I eat in a day, but I'm very realistic with my food, and I definitely think the meals I'm going to show you guys today are easy meals that you guys can recreate at home. So I'm not saying I eat the super like healthiest, leanest way, but these are just foods that I like to eat to make me feel good. Before we hop right into this video, I just want to give a quick shout out to my friends over at Audible for paying my bills this month. I love you guys. It is that time of year where we're all thinking about gifts. The holiday season is approaching us so quick, so why don't you give yourself the gift of an Audible membership? I've been using Audible for such a long time. If you guys have been keeping up with me, you guys have heard me talk about Audible like crazy, especially when I was in school. It's just such a great way to listen to the books that you're assigned in school, but even now I still like to listen to them while I'm driving in the car, while I'm cleaning the house, while I'm cooking. They just have an unbeatable selection of audiobooks, and the one that I've been listening to lately is The Subtle Art of Not Giving a by Mark Manson. I've really been enjoying this audiobook, and I just love listening to self-help, self-development, that was a tongue twister, motivational books, and they just make me feel really good. They make me just want to get up and get stuff done, and I really do love that book because not giving a is definitely an important tool and skill to get through life, especially nowadays where people are so judgmental, and especially with being on camera and putting myself out there to hundreds of thousands of people. This book definitely speaks to me on multiple different levels. Nala, get off the table. Get off. Nala, get off the table. Get. As an Audible member, you can choose from 3 titles every month, 1 audiobook, and 2 Audible originals that you can't hear anywhere else. And your books are yours to keep, so once you download the book, even if you cancel your membership, you can still keep that book forever. And then also, if you don't like the audiobook that you got, you can always exchange it, no questions asked. So if you guys want to try out Audible for yourselves, just go to audible.com/Nazanin. Again, that's Audible, audible.com/NAZANIN. Or to make it easier, you guys can just text Nazanin to 500-500. And again, it's just Nazanin to 500-500, and you guys can try out Audible for yourselves. So I really hope you guys love Audible as much as I do. And now let's get into cooking. So the first thing we're gonna do is make some coffee in the morning. I drink coffee occasionally. I'm gonna grab one of my K-cups. I'll do wine here. So I'm just gonna pop that in our Keurig. I'm gonna try to link down below as many of the appliances I use in today's video for you guys. So I'm just gonna add my mug. I love this Keurig because of all the options I have. They even have an iced coffee button, which is amazing. So I'm gonna press this one. It smells so good. And this mug, by the way, guys, is from Target. So for breakfast, we're gonna have some protein pancakes. Mel and I have been really into them lately. So I love the chocolate chip flavor, but Mel was like, it's too chocolatey. So we're gonna be making the buttermilk and honey ones as well. I really like these because if you just make them with water, they have 14 grams of protein. But then if you add egg and milk, I use almond milk. So I have the griddle turned on to 375 degrees. I love this thing. I used to make my pancakes in a regular pan and they would come out so bad. So since I switched to an actual griddle, they look way better. So first I'm gonna be making the buttermilk and honey ones. I don't think I'm gonna have these ones. These ones are just for Mel. So then we're also gonna add an egg, because that just makes the pancakes a lot more fluffy. And then I also need a cup of water. And now we're adding 1 cup of water, and we're just gonna mix this. The fat man! So I added some spray coconut oil to the griddle, and now we can start making our pancakes. So I like to use a 1/4 measuring cup, because that makes the perfect amount. These are a lot thicker than the chocolate chip ones, that's for sure. Okay, so Mel just brought this to my attention. The chocolate chip ones have a lot more protein. Like these have 14 grams of protein just with water and then 21 grams if you add eggs and milk. This one only has 8 grams. This is just the original recipe. So these are different. I don't know if I told you guys this, but today's Sunday. So if you're gonna eat a good breakfast, today is the day to do it.
Who's a good boy, Cozy? Oh, who's a good boy? That's my good boy, Cozy. Oh, that's my good boy.
Also adding almond milk. Just gonna mix this together. While my pancakes are finishing up, I'm also gonna throw some turkey bacon on the griddle. This is the one that we get. This is from Ralph. I love the ingredients of this one. Where does it say the ingredients? Right here. You can actually pronounce everything in the ingredients list. Like some turkey bacons, the ingredients sound so absurd, like all these unnecessary chemicals and stuff. I like how this one is just like pretty clean. While our bacon is finishing up, I'm gonna make a little fruit bowl for us to have on the side. So we always like to have an assortment of berries. Here is our finished breakfast. It looks so good. I forgot to mention, but I'm gonna take some of these papaya and pineapple enzymes before I eat. I talked about these in my grocery list video, and these just help you break down the food and just digest it better. So I'm gonna take like 2 of these before I eat. Okay, so for lunch, I wanna show you guys how I make this chicken that I actually prepped last week and I ate all throughout last week. I added it to salads and it was so good. So I'm gonna show you guys how to make it. So I'm starting out with 2 pounds. This is a little bit over 2 pounds of chopped up boneless skinless chicken breast. So I put it in this gallon Ziploc bag so we can marinate it in there. So the spices you're gonna need for this is black pepper, salt, paprika, cumin, garlic powder. Actually, I don't think we're gonna need garlic powder because I'm gonna be using fresh garlic. And then you're also gonna be needing some lemon juice and honey. And I did find this recipe on Pinterest. A lot of the recipes I find are from Pinterest, but I do always like to add my own twist, and I don't really measure when I cook, so I'm just gonna be eyeballing everything. First, preheat the oven. We are going to preheat it to 425. I'm gonna start with the black pepper and the salt. So again, just season your chicken to your taste buds. So that's why I don't like measuring, because everybody's different. Like I'm someone who likes a lot of lemon and salt in my food, and I know that's like not everybody's cup of tea. So just do whatever you like. I didn't like the angle I was filming at, so I moved the camera. So I'd add some salt, paprika. I like a lot of paprika and it adds a lot of nice color to your food. So we're gonna go in with that. Going in with the cumin. This adds a lot of like earthy flavor too. It's really good. Cumin's always hard to get out of like these little jars. That's why I need all my spices in big things like this, because this is just like not doing it for me. We're gonna be adding some honey, and I would say about a tablespoon. I'm just gonna eyeball it, but yeah, I would say like a tablespoon would be good. The honey and the lemon and the garlic together, just wow, it's amazing. So now we're going in with the garlic, and I think I'm gonna use like 4 big cloves. Let's just do 3 or no, let's do 4. Yeah, let's do 4. It's garlic press. So in this packet, there's like a bunch of mini cloves. So I might as well just use all of these because they're so little. And I like a lot of garlic on my chicken. I think I can put all of them in at the same time, yeah. It takes a lot of arm strength to do this. Last but certainly not least, we're gonna go in with the juice of 2 lemons. I have this little lemon juicer, it's really old and crusty, and we are going to add the juice. So here's what the inside of the Ziploc should look like. Look at all those delicious flavors together. We're just gonna close this up, shake it up, give it a nice massage, and then we are gonna put this in the fridge. You can make this the night before in the refrigerator overnight and let it marinate for that long and it'll be amazing. But I'm just gonna let it marinate for an hour. So I'm just going to close this up. So this is what your chicken should look like. And now we're just gonna put this in the fridge. While our chicken is marinating, I'm just gonna make some sweet potato fries. So I have this giant sweet potato right here. I finally bought a peeler, you guys. I was peeling my vegetables with a knife and it was so hard. So I finally got one, hallelujah. It makes my life so much easier. After I finished cutting up the sweet potatoes, I just tossed them with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil and then I topped it off with garlic powder. I switched from using garlic salt and everything to just straight up garlic powder and using Himalayan pink sea salt. And then also a black pepper. We're gonna pop these in the oven at 425. We're gonna do 20 minutes and then flip them over and then put them in for like another 15. So I flipped over the sweet potato fries and now I just took the chicken out of the fridge and put it on a baking sheet as well. And we're gonna pop this in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes. You do not wanna overcook this because we all know overcooked chicken is really dry. So we still want all the flavors, all the juiciness, all that good stuff. So I'm gonna pop that in the oven with the fries. I just took the chicken out the oven and it is perfect, you guys. I had a few bites and it's perfectly juicy. It's not dry at all. So I made a side romaine salad. It's literally just romaine lettuce. So I just tossed it with this dressing that Yasmin and I are obsessed with. This is the Bolthouse Farms, if this will focus. This is the creamy Caesar yogurt dressing and this is only 45 calories for 2 tablespoons. So it's a great alternative to the usual full fat, heavy calorie Caesar sauce. Yeah, that's how it turned out.
Chefs, open your baskets. Today we have whole potatoes, carrot sticks, celery sticks, and traditional broth.
Oh, they need
Chefs,
to have
you have 30 minutes on the clock. Do your best.
Babe, they need to replace Ted Allen with you.
I know.
And you say go crazy at the end of it.
Go crazy.
So now on to dinner. It's been really cold in LA lately. I mean, not like super cold obviously, but it's been pretty cold for us. So Mel and I have been really craving a warm soup. So I found this recipe on Pinterest like I do with everything. But this recipe is supposed to be made in a crock pot and that takes hours and we don't got time for that. So I'm gonna be taking that recipe and converting it over to a stovetop method. Here are all the ingredients that it says I need. I might add a few other things. I went ahead and peeled these off camera just to save time, but we have 4 russet potatoes. Then we have 3 carrots, 3 celery sticks, a yellow onion. I think I'm gonna need a little bit more celery than this. And then for our seasonings, we have black pepper, salt, smoked paprika, bay leaves, chicken broth. And then it's crazy because this recipe called for this chicken marinade that we actually had. Canned tomatoes, but these are fire roasted canned tomatoes. And then for the chicken, I just went ahead and took a rotisserie chicken. This is actually 2 small rotisserie chickens. Took off the skin, took out the bones, and shredded the meat. So that's the meat I'm gonna be using for the soup. But obviously you can use chicken thighs, chicken breasts, whatever you want. I didn't record myself chopping up these vegetables because it took so long. So I'm sorry I didn't record it, but I bet you guys know how to like dice onions, carrots, celery, potatoes, and all that. And this is on medium heat, and we're gonna throw in the carrots, the onions, and the celery. Let that cook, season it up a little bit, and then we're gonna move on for the rest. So I've had the carrots, onions, and celery cooking for a good like, not 5 minutes and not 10 minutes, maybe like 8 minutes I would say. So this is what it should look like. Your onions should start to look kind of like see-through. It's really hard for me to do this with one hand, but we're good. Oh, okay, I'm gonna turn off the camera because these are spilling everywhere. Oh wait, Mel's coming to help. Get you, Mel. I forgot to show this, but I did sprinkle this with a lot of pepper and salt. We let the potatoes cook for a little bit, and I'm going in with that marinade. Just putting a little bit in there. Actually, not a lot, not a little bit. Tastes really good, it's really zesty. This is what our soup is looking like, and now it is time to throw in the tomatoes. Hold on. Also gonna go in with the smoked paprika. The fire roasted tomatoes are gonna give a smoky flavor in itself, but this is just gonna help the flavors. We're going to add our liquid, which is chicken broth. So I'm going to add this to the pot and bring it to a boil. I also went ahead and added in 2 bay leaves. So I'm still waiting for this to come to a boil, and then once it does, we're going to lower the temperature, put a lid on it, and let that simmer for like 15 minutes. So our soup, I'm not gonna call this a soup because it came out a lot more, what's the word, chunky? Thick. It came out a lot more chunky because I didn't use enough broth, but it's fine. I mean, the stew is still good. Like, Mel and I wanted a lot of chicken. So I added in the shredded rotisserie chicken and then a bunch of lemon juice, let that simmer for a little bit, and now it is complete. It's a thick ass soup. Here is our chicken and potato stew, and that's it for dinner. I don't know about you guys, but I always have a sweet tooth after I eat dinner. Like, I just need a little bit of something sweet just to like satisfy me, you know what I mean? So I like to keep little chocolates in the house and just eat like 2 or 3 after dinner. 2 of these chocolates is enough for me to be happy. So yeah guys, I do eat chocolate, but again, I just eat it in moderation. And yeah, that's all I'm eating today.